Hey, hi guys, welcome back. All right, so let's go ahead and jump on into the single storyline, you guys. It is Wednesday, so happy Wednesday. That's always when I try to do a single storyline on Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. Okay, so we don't talk about exes in this. We kind of like go for something totally different, whatever that may be. We have springtime and we have homecoming. And the springtime is associated with the Watchtower of the East. For some reason, my first thought is like like a east wind, or even something like about someone who lives in the east coming home, or someone going home to the east. Something about it is definitely about direction, and it's about finding that place, that warm, comforting place by the hearth. Springtime is when things thaw out. But there is still a little bit of a chilliness associated with this, right? But there's also like the chilliness until we get to that warm, wonderful moment. Now, this could represent someone's own head and heart. So in their mind, they're like, I know that I have something wonderful coming up, in springtime. And that is keeping my heart really warm throughout these winter months, because I just know that I have something so fabulous coming up in the spring. This could be full disclosure. I actually already tried to start this reading, and what's interesting is that we had summertime that came out in that first video, but it wasn't clicking for me. I didn't see the story in it. We have a Knight of Wands in the reverse. I always, by the way, if I ever do, like, I attempt a video and I just like, I don't see the story in this, and I just stop and like refresh, I will usually always mention it, because I'm like, maybe summertime was something. And what I was saying in the other one is it felt like something had already begun in the summer that was now going to be like the fruits of our labor were starting to be seen, which was some kind of understanding or some kind of knowledge that we'd realized we'd come to. And it's just funny because now I'm looking at this with these two cards as looking ahead to something to look forward to. So maybe I should have just mentioned that the video before, where it just began with something from the past that we're realizing we learned a ton. Maybe that's what's going to be useful moving forward for our lead character. I don't know. But anyway, that's a side note. So the Knight of Wands is in the reverse, though. This is not something that's going to be a one-hit wonder. This is not something that's going to be, something that rides in fast and sweeps us off our feet, and it's like big passion, but then no follow through. Ace of Swords. No. If anything, there is something's going to be replaced by a really confident, truthful, 100%, like, I know exactly what is yes and what is no. Not everything in life can we be so definitive about, right? Not everything in life can be yes, no, black and white, right from wrong. But this topic is very much like that. This topic is, there is no passionate rushing in then rushing away. There's no stutter steps. There's no back and forth. It's a powerful, yes, this is going to be mine, and no, that other stuff is not going to be mine. I don't know if this is about someone is like thinking that I cannot wait to move back home come springtime. I can't wait to change my life. Heck, maybe it's move away from home, but I'm going to enjoy my time at home right now. I'm going to sit by the fire, by the hearth. But someone is not waffling at all on their decision. We've got a Six of Wands. And I have to say, I think somebody's headed out on a journey. I think that they're going to really enjoy this bit of their season, the winter seasons, cuddled up by the hearth, enjoying time with friends, family, soaking in people's energy, because I think they know that in springtime, which is a time of renewal and rebirth, I think that they're leaving. And I think they know this, and they're not second guessing it. They're not questioning it. They're very certain that they're ready to leave on this journey where they feel super prepared for it, super ready. I'm not sure if this is about someone leaving a career path to change jobs. It seems like it's home-based, home-related. I don't know. Someone could be about to travel on a big trip. This is like a Bedouin, maybe someone from the Torag. But I just feel like maybe somebody is headed into North Africa then. Oh, take me with you. Calgon, take me away. I have wanted to go there, forever. With that Nine of Wands, which is actually in the reverse, but I have to look it up right in order to see it properly. I think I just keep getting this vibe over and over that someone is completely confident that they'll be ready to let go of a different way of life and embrace their new life. Someone could be becoming nomadic. The Torag are nomads. travel across the Sahara. And I can't help but wonder, is that what this is all about? Someone is actually, like, they're not even just going to live in a tiny house. They're like selling everything, and they're going to be totally free, and they're going to be a nomad, and they're just going to roam, and they have no part of them is questioning this decision. It's like, it's in stone. Their heart is happy about this. They're not exhausted by the thought of planning for this. There's no piece of them that is wondering if this is the right decision. Like, they're all about it. Now, we have that Four of Coins. They're not telling anybody about this, though. So whomever our lead character is, they know that they're making a significant change. They're allowing themselves a sense of freedom. Now, I personally love the word nomad. It conjures up, excitement, and it conjures up, but I'm a traveler. So that's probably why I've always been someone who is that, even the word appeals to me, everything about it, the sense that, we're part of this planet. So I just want to see as much of the planet as I can. I consider myself a global citizen, and I just feel like this person, that maybe that's the best way to describe this person. In their energy vibe, we keep seeing someone who, on one hand, they're keeping their own counsel, right? They're not making a big old proclamation about it, but they're sure about what they want. They're sure about where they're headed. But it's so funny because then we have the moon, but I always look at this moon card almost like a twin flame soulmate vibe, because we see these twin cheetah babies. And I just can't help but say, even though our character has a definitive plan in their mind to be really free, to roam about, I think somebody was about to surrender a lot of things that they had known in their life and change something dramatic about the very way that they live. And I think it's been a freeing thought process, and they're thrilled about it, and they're not telling anybody about it, but I think even they cannot really predict what will happen in their future. Who can, right? On one hand, yes, we are masters of our own ship. We decide our destiny within reason, but then there's always the roll of the dice, right? Lady luck. The universe sometimes goes, oh, you thought you were going to do that, did you? No, maybe not. And sure enough, look at this. This person is not embarking on this new trip. They are not going anywhere, at least not initially. With the Page of Wands in the reverse, somebody has got the like their passport is not getting stamped. They're not going to take this journey that they think they're headed on to. Why? What is that all about? Because they were taking a journey of the heart instead. This person was, I'm so sorry. I know it's a singles reading, and I'm sure a lot of people are like, I don't even want to talk about romance. That's not the story I want to hear, but I don't get to pick the cards. This is the Twin Flame Soulmate Cup. Even this lion has these beautiful roses placed in its little mane. Even the lion, who is the king of the jungle, who is, certainly someone who prowls about and lives their life answering to no one, even he is softened by this and has these beautiful wild roses in his hair. Don't argue with that, right? Even though our character is like, I am gone in the spring, I'm going to split. I feel like, and I never give timelines on anything, but I do think of April when I think of springtime. So I'm just going to go ahead and say that this person thinks they're going to hunker down, have this awesome winter with people they, care about, spend time with friends, family, enjoy even like the camaraderie, the colleagues, whatever they have. But then they think that they're moving, they're leaving, they're going to be super single, super independent. This person might have had great big plans, maybe to do something that is like a solo journey. And, I don't think I'm going to use one address anymore. I think I'll just roam about. And they've got all this plan. They're sure of how their life is going to go. And then life throws them the curveball, which is, I already said, I always look at that as twins. This is the twin flame card. This person doesn't go anywhere because their twin flame enters their life. Tell me about that. I know many of you will click off right now. Don't get mad. I know. I can't help it, though. Whatever comes out is whatever comes out in these stories. I don't manipulate my cards. Oh, wow. So it's a card of marriage. This is the wise one, but in any other deck, this would be the Hierophant. You notice how the key is here because the key unlocks their heart and they unlock the other person's heart. This could be someone who is of a different culture, someone who's very calm, somebody who has a lot, let's put it this way. Adventures in life are amazing to have, but there's so many styles of adventures that are out there. And if our lead character has not had the adventure of like a really soothing, loving, amazing relationship where their mate and the background that their mate hails from, that is their adventure. Getting to know the world through their mate's eyes and vice versa. Opening up hearts and exploring, those terrains could be something that maybe neither person has ever done before. But if you meet somebody that you're crazy about when you are about to leave everything behind that you've ever known, and then you meet someone and they become more important than any trip you've ever traveled on, more important than, and more like the exploration of getting to know that person and that relationship becomes more satisfying perhaps than any idea of trekking across even something as romantic as North Africa. How awesome would that be, right? So that's what we have for our character in this. This is a pretty awesome story for our character right now, because it's a whole different adventure. We have a 3 of Wands. This is a future that is unwritten. And what's so crazy is that here they are again, sitting here, looking out across a desert, saying, oh my gosh, I get to explore something very exciting after all. It's just not the place I thought I was going to be. This is a different adventure. And you notice all of the blooming flowers again. It's because this is talking about love. So our single character, who was so sure they were going to be this solo traveler, change your whole life, maybe leave everything behind. Of course, that's when the universe deposits this amazing match into their life. This person where it's like, oh my God, I already know I'm marrying this person, and vice versa. This is the adventure that I either never thought would happen for me, if that's what our lead character is saying, or it's the adventure that they didn't realize they even needed to have. They never dreamed it could be this satisfying, this exciting. They never thought that the same sense of excitement. Look, anyone who's a traveler knows that thrill of excitement, right? But of course, I would agree. In my life, love has, certainly been a more exciting adventure than my travels used to be. But still, there's a thrill in any kind of adventure, right? There's a thrill in these things that like feed our soul. I think that's what this boils down to. It's a thrill of how something feeds one's soul. We just got 2 cards sideways. We have a 9 of Coins sideways, and we have the King of Wands sideways. So there's the big old question, right? Like, oh my, am I ready to give up all of my singlehood? And this is, both of them would be giving up their singledom. If you look, this is probably one of my favorite kings. Well, I don't know. There's 2 kings that I really love out of this deck, but the other is the King of Pentacles that I adore. But this king is probably my number 1 favorite. We keep referencing like travel. This person, they may have, I always think of them as looking like very formidable. They may be a warrior. They're someone who, for all the power contained within this person, you see this person can tangle with lions. This person is a lion, though. This person is proud, and they are powerful, and they're defenders, and you see the mystery behind them with the pyramids. But this could also be someone who has traveled a lot. They could be Egyptian. They could come from a very different culture. But this person has seen life. They've seen all kinds of aspects of life. And within all of this, it's made them stronger. That means they probably had heartbreaks. They have scars. They have all those things. But all of the experiences they've had in life, although they've made them into the man or woman who they are, right now we're seeing a masculine here, it's made them into the most incredible, I'm going to say masculine, but again, you can substitute whatever you wish as an audience member, but it's made them into the most beautiful divine masculine, the kind where they may come across as fierce, even ferocious, but it's really just that this is someone who means what they say. They say what they mean. They don't give false pretenses. They open up and they give all the warmth, if they choose to, if it's right for them, because they have so much warmth to give. It's unbelievable. But they also have learned how to temper it, because let's put it this way. Fire is great, right? It can warm our house. It warms our hands. But we do not want the fire jumping out of the campfire and burning down the forest. this person has the kind of fire, but the kind of self-control to know how to give their fire and how not to, who to give their fire to. They can monitor this. So if this is going to be the person that we give up our independence for, our lead character is thinking about giving up their independence. And I think this has been a lead character who has been extremely independent. I think it would have taken someone like this to be willing to give up that independence for that kind. It's got to be that person. Basically, this person who matches our lead character has to be that soul satisfying adventure, the kind of thing they thought they could only find outside of themselves, you know, exploring, traveling, all those things. They're just now realizing, wow, I didn't know I could feel that same excitement, but with an individual who is, you know, like layers and layers of, you know, knowledge and excitement and things to share and conversation. And, you know, this is a person who has so much depth to them. This is a person I would be completely intrigued to get to know. And the adventure of love would be something just fantastic. So yes, I would surrender being single in order to make cooperative plans with a person like this. And, you know, the crazy part is this person may be like a wild traveler too, or, you know, we keep seeing, like, I'm just going to say a wild heart. Great song by Mumford & Sons, Wild Heart. And I think that the only person who could tame this individual, and I use tame loosely because they aren't per se tame either. What they are is disciplined, but they have this power where it's like they could absolutely connect with her without burning her. They could connect with her and give her warmth without, and I only say her because we had a feminine on this card, but again, this could be talking same-sex couple, this could be talking, you know, flipped gender roles. None of that matters to me for my story. Gender is always irrelevant in my stories. I don't read for genders. But I feel like this is one of those exciting things where both of them know that this is a special union. Both of them understand that they have a connection that is, they don't, basically neither one of them has to be grounded from flying high in order to be together. They can continue to be, you know, excited, fun-loving people, and they share passion now instead of have, you know, like, well, I do this, you do that. I don't want to get involved with anyone too deeply because, you know, I'll have to change for you. I won't be able to do these things that I enjoy. No, these two are, they would take on the world together and have an excitement in not only, it's like they're what they explore would be richer because there would be two of them to share the experiences now. But yeah, this is the major change for our lead character. It's just so funny because we started out with this lead character who's like, I'm splitting, I'm almost out of here, I'm so glad about this. And then the universe is like, no, actually, you're not taking the trip that you thought. You're taking a very different journey. But let's just see, is there anything else with that King of Wands? Because I'm still trying to define, are these two exploring and traveling together after this? Basically, instead, we have the Wanderer that's sideways, and we have that Eight of Coins. Hold on, I always try to give them little tube tops if they don't have tops on. This is the Fool card, and then we have the Eight of Pentacles. You know what I would say? Because now there's two of them to plan what they want to do, what adventures they want to have. I don't think either one wants to go without the other. So I think if they come up with a different major plan, it may be something that they have to put their resources together, put their heads together and plan. But they could decide to adventure in having children, since we actually do have a little one here. That could be the adventure they choose to have. You know what? I never thought I'd say this, but let's have a family. Maybe neither one of them dreamed of that, and now that's the adventure they want to have. That, or it simply is the thing that they want to nurture, could be a much bigger plan. Maybe together they say, wait a second, so you were gonna just go travel. Yeah. And they're like, well, I just came back from a bunch of travels. I got tired of traveling alone. What if we actually moved to a different country? Oh my gosh, yeah. What if we did that? Well, that'd take a lot of money. Okay, let's start planning that. Let's do this together. Whatever it is that they put their heads together on, it's something that they both want to nurture, and it's something that doesn't happen super fast because it does require more money. It requires more planning, but they have a new plan together. So it's just a little bit of a delay. They already know that they want to do something together, but I'm not sure if it's have a family or if it's like a major, I don't think it's a vacation. I think it's like a major, because that Fool card represents like a total life altering change. We have the Strength card. There's our lion again. It's something that does take some courage. They would both be doing something very bold. So again, I would say it's moving like to another country. We got 2 of coins in the reverse. They can't, neither one of them can have any doubt in their mind. And I think that's why they're like, okay, if we're going to do this, let's start planning for it. And then let's check in with each other and make sure that we still both really like this plan. I feel like they just keep like getting stronger and stronger in what their life goal is, because now it's 2 of them together making this life plan. We have a 6 of Swords. It is something about leaving stuff behind, transforming. I think these 2 are moving abroad or moving someplace far, far away from what either of them has known. Their life is going to change dimensions. And it is to leave behind anything that they weren't satisfied with. Sad memories, bad memories. This is as much the love that blossoms and transforms them both, and the happiness that they both start to experience because they found like a really nice union with each other. But it's also, when I said it's like neither one has to be told that they can't fly high, and instead they fly together. I feel like they're each half of the butterfly wing represents the 2 of them. The 2 of them together have transformed the life, because when you bring 2 people together that they share similar ideas of what they think a great life and a great experience would be, you basically just doubled your resources. You doubled the intellect, you doubled the desire, you doubled the money that 2 people can earn together instead of just one. You doubled everything. The ability for success has just literally increased by 50%. No wonder these 2 are able to have such a massive transformation that is so appealing to both of them. They're stronger together than apart. Very cool. I did not expect this one to be so heavily steeped in like the ins and outs of what a great partnership could yield, but that's ultimately what this story was. But it's all about life transformation. But it's certainly it's an unexpected twist to have something work out like this for these characters at such a point in time. So I liked this one a lot. This was super fun. I hope that that's somebody's story out there. It's not mine, but I hope it's somebody's story out there, you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing. Remember, I'm a fictional storyteller. I'm never telling your story. I'm never telling my story. It's always a fictional story because, well, that's what fiction is, right? But it's fun to entertain ideas of things where we're like, oh, I like that. I like that. Maybe I'll work on manifesting that for myself. So if anything, I hope that there's an inspirational message or something fun that comes out of it. If not, please click off. Don't ever listen to free entertainment and let it get in your head and give you a bad day. That's really important too. I hope everybody always is mindful of the entertainment that they choose to consume so that we always are getting jazzed and having a better day, not a worse day. But anyway, you guys, thank you so much for being here. Take care. Bye.